who's an instrument. Not just you. Your life is not just about you. It's Jerry. You said something about your whole thing is making a change. Now we can do it in different ways, but it comes from the fact it's not just about me. It's not just about me. Then everything starts falling into place. And you're not just here by accident. And you're not just here to become the biggest star in the world or you're so and so. Uh, uh, Somehow you realize there's a purpose for what you're doing.
Very
And
nice.
it
And
affects what you.
you have your purpose very well defined. Like I said,
Yes,
making people happy and adding to their
yes,
well-being, because music has a huge therapeutic
yes.
effect.
Jerry, the least I can do is when every time I performed, it's like you talked about those guys sing this. I look beyond even the music. I look beyond my own talent and what I'm capable of. I said, it's just if I can make this, just make them smile. That's the very
Right.
least I can do. There's much more we can do for people, but the very least I can, if I can make somebody smile. And this is
Very
what
true.
I've seen when I performed, and just the therapy thing. I've actually, I mean, I could tell you so many stories of what when I've sung, what it's
I
unlocked
know, I
people
know, I
so
know.
many different,
I witnessed it.
but yeah,
You had performed at our Sound of the Sea event
yes,
in
yes,
Bombay, and then we had spent some time later that evening after the entire event. And I remember out of the 25 odd acts we had in the
yeah,
ensemble, your act stood out, and people gave you a
yeah.
standing
There's
ovation.
something.
Yeah,
If
and
this time I'll tell you a little story.
yes,
I
go ahead.
was yeah, some this is quite a few years back. I was singing in rodeo. Jerry, rodeo in Delhi, and I'd going to sing there. And there was this, a lot of people there. There used to be a lot of expats and Westerners there, and I was singing country music. People were having a good time. I noticed this guy, a very very tough looking white guy. He looked like a soldier out of a movie.
Right,
Like yeah, like I said, this man looks tough, and he looks like he's out of an action movie, and he's drinking like and I'm singing these country songs. He drinks, and he's like acting crazy. Sometimes he'd laugh, sometimes he'd cry. Then he starts singing along with me, and it's not a big place. It's not very far from me. Sometimes he'd do this, and sometimes he'd just smack his head. He's in his own zone, and in the corner of my eye, I'm watching him, and people are. And tough guy said, I hope this guy's, if this guy, lets loose, this guy looks dangerous.
right,
Anyway, he's in his own zone, and he's after I'd finished singing, so I'm meeting people. So this guy came up to me, said, "May I shake your hand?" I shook his hand. It was like oh, like Superman. I'm a strong guy myself, but I said, partner, you were right into it. He said, yes. I was in my own world. Your songs meant so much to me. I said, where are you from? He said, I'm coming from hell. I'm from hell. I'm coming from, I said, hell, where's that? Then he said, I'm coming from Afghanistan. This
right,
is when, a lot of, and he was a special forces guy when he told me in Afghanistan. He said, I've
right,
seen a lot of, most of my guys are wiped out, and I'm coming from hell, and I'm on my way back home. So Delhi was
right,
a stopover. He was heading back home, U.S., and he was from, a farm boy from somewhere in the south, loved country music. He
right,
said, I want to shake your hand. He said, I was on my way back, coming from hell, but you have sung the hell out of me,
right.
and now
Very
I can
nice,
go back home.
excellent,
Yeah, you've sung the hell out of me,
brilliant,
and I can go back home to my family.
very nice.
Sane man. So
Completely healed and feeling better.
something. Yeah. He said you might have thought that this guy's going crazy. He said it was just coming the tears and every those songs.
Right. No,
So
and I connect this again because Bobby, you're mostly self-trained. Even the way you pluck the guitar is
yeah,
your own style. It's not a style that you
absolutely.
learned from someone, right? And I always say that when you hear Bobby Cash playing, it's like you're listening to a symphonic orchestra play, right? Because that's how you sound in a
Yeah.
closed room. It's like an entire orchestra playing.
Yeah.
I always said that about you from the first time I
Yeah.
heard you.
Yeah.
And then there was something which I connected with what you said, because music per se is not only an art, it is also a science rooted very deeply in the science of physics, right?
Physics and
And
maths and
and there is a scientific way of teaching and learning
yes.
it, which a lot of music schools, including
Yes.
universities, do. And
Yes.